hey, it's your boy Xero, and welcome to Blaster Master Xero. Let's get right into it. Hope y'all had a pretty chill week. I want to say that I had a pretty chill weekend for the most part. I mean, not weekend, week for the most part. Blech, I cannot speak right now. In the near future on planet Earth, many kinds of creatures once coexisted on this verdant planet. But after countless wars and untold environmental destruction, the planet plunged into an ice age. Humanity was left with no choice but to migrate en masse underground. When the Ice Age finally came to an end, humans began developing methods while they were living underground to one day restore their planet to the lush green landscape it once was. During this time, a large mysterious comet fell to the Earth. However, the progress of restoring their lost ecosystem was coming along well, and humanity was eventually able to live on the surface again. Several hundred years have passed since then. Enter a young man named Jason Frudnick, known for being a genius in the field of robotic engineering. One day, he came upon a creature he had never seen before. No records of this creature existed. With his interest in this mysterious creature peaked, Jason named it Fred and began to observe it closely. But after some time had passed, Fred escaped. Jason gave chase and he observed Fred jump into a mysterious hole that appeared seemingly out of nowhere. He was rather astonished by the phenomenon he witnessed, but Jason followed Fred down the same hole. He eventually found himself in a cave deep underground. That's where he discovered a large vehicle. Hey Pops, currently going through the cutscene, give me a minute. Almost as if this vehicle with the name Sophia 3 on the side was inviting him in, the door to the cockpit opened up. In order to bring Fred back, Jason hopped into Sophia the Third and set out on his adventure. Little did he know, the strange phenomena were only just getting started. Yep, and that's basically the backstory to Blaster Master Xero. As you see, I've already played and beat the game already. But of course, I'll be doing another playthrough. But I played this when? Some games usually tell you when you last played, but I remember playing this about a few years back. Not to mention, I played it when it first came out for 3DS as well, multiple times, to near craziness. So yeah. Just 1 second, just kind of double checking some stuff on my end. One second. Okay, never mind. Never mind, just making sure, things weren't that being weird because, like I said before, a while, last week, I believe, I had to, switch some stuff around for my, because, the Twitch key was being weird on OBS, and I had to, reset some stuff in order to, update not only my VTuber model kit, but also just some stuff in general. And because of that, I had to restart certain things, and hopefully, it's not, affecting too much stuff going on. Seems like it's not the case, but, Anyways, let's get right into it. Oh, wrong button. I keep forgetting that the way how you play this game is that B is the accept button, and A is, the decline button. And of course, you can play multiplayer, but multiplayer is weird. Is this one of those underground forest areas they made during the last ice age? Hundreds of years have passed, but the ecosystem is alive and well. It would seem that the preservation system is still functioning somehow. Better still keep my guard up. Never know what could still be here. So, Blaster Master Xero is basically a remake of the original Blaster Master series. I haven't played the originals at all. I've tried, but it is low-key brutal. So I actually ended up falling in love with the Xero versions of it. Now, it's basically a platformer dungeon crawler. It's a platformer when you're in vehicle mode, like right now, but it's also a dungeon crawler for when you're in dungeons, and they're actually called dungeons. And basically, like the start of the game is that you're playing as Jason, a prodigy of sorts, and he's piloting this all-terrain vehicle called Sophia the Third. As for why, that's because he's trying to find his pet Fred. Now, in the originals, the frog was just, a random, frog, and he's just fighting. And of course, these enemies that we're fighting are mutants. Because, mutants managed to get to Earth, and sheesh, I hate this thing. And mutants managed to, get into the subterranean areas where humans used to be. And, basically, he's trying to find Fred. Fred's signal was definitely being transmitted from the forest area. Receiver was being displayed on the monitor. I guess I'm pretty lucky that Sophia has a functionality like this. With the receiver, I'm able to get a general idea of where Fred is. I can't help but wonder how Sophia can track his signal, though. Then again, I don't really know how anything in this machine works yet. Yeah, basically the gist is that, Fred seems to be some sort of, creature that was never seen before. Now, Fred is based off of a frog, but, frogs don't have tails like that in its adult stage. But, anyways, before I continue on into the story, there's multiple ways how you can play this game. Certain areas you have to get out of the vehicle, and when you're in, normal form like this, you have to be careful. And what I mean by that is that whatever you do, and if you're up high like this, don't let yourself fall. If you do, you'll take fall damage and likely die. Not likely, it's highly likely you'll die. But luckily, this is where the dungeon part comes in. And the way how you play the dungeon is by, shooting and, walking around. You can also lock your character into place by holding the R button. And of course, the yellow symbol with the 10 by it, that's my sub-weapon. Sub-weapons you use by pressing the A button. And these little pieces right here, these upgrade your gun. When I had none on the... if you look at the gauge where it says P and G, P means player energy, or player health, if you want to call it. G is gun levels. And you can change your levels depending on how many of these little things you pick up. You usually start off with the pea shooter version, the short range, but the first level is your regular pea shooter. Next level, I believe each of them has their own names too, if you check the menu. Because yeah, so you start off with grenades, and you start off with a normal blaster, which is short range, then long range, and then penetrator. It shoot past through walls and I believe terrain, or is it enemies? We'll see. Yeah, so it passes through enemies and terrain. Now, each gun weapon has its own pros and cons. Also, oh yeah, that's to show you what happens. If you get hit, you lose a gun level. As for why that is, for difficulty purposes. Yeah, the little green packs are like health. This is a map, by the way, right here. And this right here is how you refill your sub weapons. Right now, I'm just trying to destroy the rocks to see if there's any more gun level upgrades. Now there is a. Yep, and each dungeon has their own specific like map level, map type, where it gives you a map of like the whole entire area. Now, each gun level is effective against specific enemies, meaning each enemy has their own type of weakness. So you definitely want to keep track of that. But of course, there is an ultimate version of the gun that shreds through like enemies and whatnot, to the point where it makes the game almost like broken in the sense of like as long as you don't get hit. Now, Sophia has its own, you know, weapons and gun levels and whatnot. Well, not its own levels or whatnot. There. Now, Sophia has its own, like, the tank or whatever, has its own specific health, and, the S is basically its special level, where each time you use a, each time you use a special, I can't speak. Each time you use a sub-weapon, which is right now this, spread missile shot, it depletes at least one level of the special meter. It does go up slowly over time, but the more you use it, the worse it gets. Now, Sophia can't go inside these little dungeons and whatnot, which, you know, is annoying. But of course, might as well show off the map while I'm at it. See? So the map, when you get it, it shows you the different, like, dungeons you can enter and whatnot. And of course, you can use the key, where it shows you know the different dungeons, control rooms, retry points, area portals, warp points, exits, and bosses, and different items and whatnot. Ah! I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and each gun has its own specific pros and cons, and strengths and weaknesses. Like, right now, the blaster has you can shoot 3 shots, but the, piercer can only do 2 shots at a time when it's on the screen. Next is the spread shot. I believe it's actually called the spread shot. Diffusion spread shot, same thing. The fusion shot is basically like a shotgun shot where it's slow to shoot. Like right now, I'm mashing the shoot button to show you that, you know, if it could shoot more than this, then it would. But like I said, each weapon has, each enemy has its own specific weakness. Like, see? When you hear that specific sound, that means you used a weakness against an enemy's weakness. And when an enemy gets its like weakness done in, sometimes they freeze up and like shake, like that. That means you've used the enemy's weaknesses. Now each enemy has its own particular weakness, including the bosses as well. So you'll see me try to use do that until I get the ultimate weapon. Because it is low-key broken. It basically combines every gun together. But like I said before, if you get hit, you lose that level. So you have to be very careful until I get a specific upgrade that allows me to like lock in. And what I mean by that is that it locks your gun level until you get hit. Now the next one is it's a minigun. I forget the term. Not a minigun. What is it called? Machine gun. But the longer you use it, the more it spreads, making it very inaccurate over time. Then the next one is a shield. Like literally, it's a reflector shield. Meaning if an enemy tries to shoot you, you just use this and it reflects back at the enemy. I don't really use that often. If anything, I mostly use the long, the normal blaster. So like I said, each enemy has its own weakness, and of course there was nothing here, so that was kind of a waste. But hey, I got more gun levels because they carry on they carry over in each dungeon anyway. So, and of course, I wish kind of wish that they did like a quality of life thing where in later games you can actually dash, but in the first game you can't do that because that's literally Jason's like walking speed. Not walking. He technically runs. Also, Sophia's mostly all-terrain, but when it comes to the water right now, Sophia drives very slow. For now, though. Also, Blaster Master Zero is also like a Metroidvania where certain areas you can't go until, you know, you find a specific upgrade. Like right now, I can't do anything against this enemy just yet. Including with the sub-weapon. Like, if I use a sub-weapon, it's not going to work either. See? I need a specific item, which is in this area, funny enough. Hold on. About to check the map in a second. I believe it's this next area over. Also, with each upgrade, Sophia does get stronger, and so does Jason. Some upgrades are basically mandatory, while others are optional, meaning you don't really have to get 100% for this game. But of course, I will be going for the 100%. But we'll get to there when we get to there. So I think I gotta go to the right. Actually, might as well go left first because there is an item over here. Well, I can't go over there just yet. Give me a minute. Because that's the same enemy that I can't really do anything about. Okay, so there's like a... Ah, crap! Well, it's right there, so never mind. Yeah, I'm not a fan of, like, them forcing you to be underwater this early on, but I guess it's to show that, you know, Sophia kind of sucks underwater for the time being until you get the upgrade needed to where Sophia can drive underwater. But, yeah, when it comes to this, when it comes to the plot of the original, it was very simple. Like, very freaking simple. The Xero games do make it, the Xero games does start off fairly simple with the simplicity, but it does get more and more, you know, complicated as you play the games. As for if I'm going to play the trilogy, of course. Am I going to do it in order? No. Hold on. There it goes. Yeah, these blue enemies will, like, move depending on if you're in their line of sight. And what I mean by line of sight, meaning if you're, like, right in front of them. Like how, not in front of them, but, like, right in their, like, I guess their hitbox line of sight, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, and these bigger version, big items, that's basically like a giant, like, refill. And as for why I'm constantly destroying these, like, rocks, that's because, I want to get to the best gun quickly as possible before fighting the first boss. Hey, Parasitics, I believe that's how you, say your name. Welcome to the... Gotcha, welcome to the stream. Right now I'm just, streaming a playthrough of, Blaster Master Zero. And I was, just going over, like, general, stuff about the game. Yeah, I'm not a big fan... Oh, and that's the one of the bigger, that's the big, item weapon thing, which I'm gonna grab in a second. I'm just trying to get to this enemy real quick. Oop. Alright, just 1 second. As for how many gun levels or it fills up, I can't remember. Now the next one is basically it shoots this little lightning ball, but if there's like multiple enemies on the screen, it zaps them all in one sitting. Then there's a flamethrower. It's literally just a flamethrower, and it does DPS, so it's like weak but also strong at the same time. And then lastly, the ultimate gun. Like it's super strong. Like, very strong. All enemies are weak to it, basically. Like that. Also, that enemy I just first killed with the one eyeball, never let those little green enemies that like walk around near them. Because, funny enough, the enemy with the eye, it will always try to eat those little green guys, and then they become like obnoxiously difficult to deal with. Think of it as like, yeah, that enemy would, well, not this one, not the head guy. This guy right here that I'm about to shoot. Never let the little green guys come near, or this guy too. Never let them near, never let the little green dudes near them, because when they eat them, they, depending on which version of them, because there's like that red one and then the green one. Not green. Not the green, well, there is a green one, but you know what I'm trying to say. The red one, I believe, shoots a shit ton of flies at you that's like hard to dodge. Like, really hard to dodge, and then the green one shoots out this... No, it's the green one that shoots out the flies. And the red one, shoots out, like, this weird, like, disc that bounces around all over the place. It's obnoxious to deal with. Now, for Metroid fans, this is kind of like a reference of sorts, so, yeah. This, first boss is like a big old reference. What the hell is that? Some giant mutant? Damn it. I guess I gotta do this. Yep, and it is Mother Brain. Not the Mother Brain from Metroid, but you get the point. But yeah, wait, hold on. See, bosses are weak to this gun. I mean, bosses have their own particular weakness in general, but this weapon is like low-key broken. Like, look at that. That was close. See? That fast. Just with this gun. But the one thing I will say is that if you ever play this game for yourself, don't rely on this gun too much. Don't. You don't want to. If you do, there will be a problem, especially if you get hit. And we got our first genuine upgrade, the Hyper Shot. This power-ups Sophia's main weapon. You can now defeat some enemies that you previously couldn't. Looks like this chip can restore one of Sophia's functions. The data analyzed by that chip is being displayed inside my helmet. I get the feeling that there are more chips like this out there. It makes me wonder just who in the world made all this tech. Man, I'd love to dig into all this, but I gotta focus on finding Fred. Yep, so that's our first upgrade, and I'm about to show you what the upgrade does once I get back inside Sophia. Hold on. Looks like Fred's signal isn't coming from the forest area anymore. Let's see. Looks like it's coming from some kind of residential area. That is actually pretty close by. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So the upgrade, as you can see, Sophia's gun looks a little bit bigger. And as you can see, it's definitely stronger. So each upgrade that Sophia gets, its like weapon ability gets stronger and changes both physically and visually. So from here, hold on. Excuse me. So from here, I'm gonna try to get to that item that I missed out on. Hopefully I'm able to get to it though, because I did kind of fall into the water last time. What inspired me to become a VTuber? Admittedly, it's my best friend slash roomie. Her name is Sappy. She's also a VTuber. She's really good, and I recommend you give her a follow. Her stream name is Sappy Noms. Sappy Noms. I always get the S mixed up or not. But just know that she's the reason why I became a VTuber. Well, she's one of the reasons, actually. Like, I've had a dream to kind of be a YouTuber slash Let's Player, like, a long time ago. But as I got older, I kind of squashed that dream because I felt like it wasn't realistic and whatnot. But Sappy made me realize that, you know, I can still at least try. Alright, now we got our first life up, which increases our life by 1, as you can see by the, by the little white, health bar right there. Oh, wrong button. A Let's Player? That's what I kind of call the YouTubers that do Let's Plays, because when I was younger, the big rage for YouTube was Let's Plays. Basically, it's like, oh, let's play Mario vs. Donkey Kong, let's play Metroid, stuff like that. Basically, just think of them as playthroughs of different games. So you could say that streamers are basically Let's Players depending on how they do it. Like, obviously, some streamers are more casual with it, while others aren't. Like, for me, I'm definitely the type of streamer that does a full playthrough, instead of, like, doing, like, bits and pieces of a game here and there. Oh, yeah, this is the part where I was gonna point out that, not every dungeon is, like, has a full-on boss. Oh, alright, yeah, I'm only a casual streamer / gamer, but my best friend has been getting me into playing full games. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, you know, obviously, you know, it's your own stream, and you know, do it however you want to do it. Oh yeah, well, I might as well go over, each, like, boss's, like, general stat, what is it called? Not stats, their strategies. Basically, these little drops, or whatever they're called, they like to drop these mines all over the place. First the green one, then this red one, and then this purplish one will come into the center and then detonate them all. But they're fairly easy to take care of. As for what's their weaknesses is, I can't fully remember. I think it's still the shotgun. And once you destroy, like, the one that, like, automatically destroys, that automatically sets off the mines, the mines just start going off by themselves. Take 5. I mean, yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's fine. Looks like this chip lets me use a new sub-weapon. Gotta figure out how to read my surroundings and use the best weapons for the situation at hand. Yeah, that's the game literally hinting to you the, of weaknesses. Let me just check the... Alright, see you tomorrow, Pops. Let's see... While doing schoolwork? Oh, come on! You gotta focus on your schoolwork, but I get that, you know, you're trying to play this in the background. I don't blame you. Because that's kind of what I do whenever I eat. I gotta watch something on YouTube while I eat. Whether it's like another, like, whether it's like somebody playing a video game or doing like a game challenge or something. Or even just Reddit stuff. So yeah, I get what you mean. But, what I meant to actually go over, like, how, did I miss a... Yes, I did. Hold on. There was a boss I missed. Hold on. When it comes to, like I was trying to say earlier, when it comes to Blaster Master Xero versus the original was more simple during the, because remember, the game came out way before I was born, and remember, I'm only 25, and no, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, you're old unk or anything like that. So no words about that. What was I gonna say? It was, oh right, I was kind of leading into how the game came out for like the SNES, if I remember correctly. I think it was the SNES, and the thing is that Uncle, shut up! I'm not an unk. I am not old yet. Like, I am still young. See? You're right behind me. Well, not right behind me, but you get my point. But anyways, the game came out for SNES, and that was during the time where, like, the story for a lot of video games were, like, nearly non-existent. And what I mean by that is that most of the time you'll only see the story in, like, the game's, what is it? The instruction manuals. There was never, they would rarely put the stories in the game itself. And because of that, they made the games, like, nearly non-existent. Like, or at least very simple. Like, you know, bad guy do bad thing, good guy go stop him, that kind of thing. Like, that's literally how simple it was. In fact, a perfect example of, like, simple storytelling like that is Kirby. Kirby has literally the simplest storytelling for the most part. I mean, obviously, there's, you know, Kirby lore now. But, like, back then, it was just, oh, King Dedede stealing food, go stop him, that kind of thing. And that was the same thing with Blaster Master, the original. It was just, you know, Fred had a pet, not Fred, Jason had a pet frog named Fred. Fred, you know, escapes into, like, this little area and he finds, you know, the Sophia. So, yeah, it was kind of like that. And, of course, this was also during the time where things was all, like, you know, radical, dude, that kind of thing. So it was kind of like that. But nowadays, nowadays games are, you know, have a lot of, like, story and lore and all that stuff. And for me, I both love and hate the idea of, like, lore being, like, in games these days. Not saying that I prefer the games to not have a story, I just find it fun. Like, I'm fine if a game doesn't have a story. Or the story is simple. I'm fine with that. Like, especially now. I'm fine with it. But, the only time when I get annoyed when it comes to lore stuff is whenever, like, the lore is, like, hidden in the game. Like, you have to actively, like, look deep into it. And depending on how it's done, it could actually be really cool, while other times I'm just like, no. Perfect example of that is, like, Axiom Verge. I actually like lore for that. Yeah, FNAF. Well, FNAF's lore is, like, it's not in your face, but it is more on the simple, like, it's easy to find compared to most other lores. Like I was gonna say, Axiom Verge is one of those games with where the lore is, like, you have to, like, dig into that shit. But, like, FNAF, you didn't really have to dig that much. Oh, same here. I like watching lore vids, too. But there's specific YouTubers that I like to watch do that. Like, I used to love watching MatPat, but not anymore. Not because of any reason, it's just that I kind of, like, outgrew him, you know? I tend to like to watch, crap, I forget their names, I'll have to look into it later, but I think one of the lore guys I like to watch is, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Hawks, or whatever his name is. Yeah, it sucks that, you know, MatPat retired, but I get it, though, you know? MatPat's been around since, like, early YouTube. Not early YouTube, but, like, he's been around for a long time. So I get why he... Hold on. But yeah, I get why he retired. And not to mention, it kind of gives space for, you know, other theorizers to kind of, with a British guy. I mean, I do kind of like his theories. The British guy's theories. I forget his name. But I know what you're talking about, though. I like his theories sometimes. It depends. And besides, sometimes, you know, change is good and fine, you know, where sometimes it's okay to, you know, make a change. But at the same time, I get what you mean, though. So this is the residential area. This place sure have seen better days. Looks like there's mutants here. Gotta make my way through carefully. The signal source is displayed on my monitor. Let's see where it leads. Yep, and that's the signal. But yeah, as for how many levels are in this game, I think there's 9 levels if I remember correctly. But yeah, when it comes to the whole lore stuff... Oop. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. When it comes to the lore stuff, I mean... He's fine. I just hope that he doesn't get too much hate like MatPat did. Because, like, here's the thing. MatPat, on my end at the very least, I could be wrong because... I have a bad habit of keeping to myself when it comes to certain things, but last I checked, there was no real controversy when it came to, you know, MatPat. And you should know what I mean by controversy. Like the only reason why people seem to dislike MatPat was, people did take, I think that's where the whole technical controversy came from, is that people would take his theories as gospel, even though he literally says in his name and literally at the end of his every video that, you know, but hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. You know, even though he literally says that, people take it as the gospel, and that's the one thing that you gotta watch out for as a creator, is that they're like, once you get a big enough following, you gotta watch out for the fans that, you know, try to become too, I want to say, overzealous about certain things that you do or say. And that's the reason why I'm thinking that's the reason why, like, people started to dislike, I think that's the reason why some people just did not like MatPat, and that's not fair to MatPat at all, in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, like, it's not his fault that, you know, his fans were acting a fool. However, I will say, though, as a creator, it is a creator's responsibility to reel those fans in, especially if they start, you know, attacking other creators for no good reason. Like, perfect example is the whole Dream situation. Like, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, like, go over drama and whatnot. But my only thing is that... Hold on. I'm getting jumped by giant caterpillars. But one good thing I like about this game is that if you get hit outside the car and you jump in the car and then jump back out, you get healed just like that. But anyways, like, as a creator, it is your responsibility to reel your fans in if they're acting a fool. And that's, you know, that was the situation with Dream, is that when his fans, you know, started acting rabid, he didn't reel them in. And then, you know, also, since I don't want to show my face, I also have to worry about that. Because I'm pretty sure you've seen what happened the second, you know, because that's another thing that I have to deal with as a VTuber that's not going to show their face, is that I have to deal with, you know, fans potentially romanticizing what I might look like. And, you know, I'll have to deal with, you know, eventually they'll be like, well, why can't you do a face reveal? Why can't you do a face reveal? Eventually they're going to be like, you know, if they see what I look like, they might have to deal with, the disappointment and might turn on me like they did with Corpse Husband. And that's a whole other situation too. Like from what I heard, Corpse Husband never showed his face, but either, I'm gonna guess it was some haters or something like that, but some haters doxed a random person and said that that's what Corpse Husband looked like, and immediately his fans turned on him, which in my opinion is not cool at all. Because my thing is that that's the one thing that, like, really gets my goat when it comes to, you know, being a entertainer that doesn't show their face. You know, there's gonna be haters that try to, you know, create false narratives and stuff like that to try to get you in trouble. But also, there's just people that, you know, romanticize you to the point where if they get disappointed with how you look, they just immediately become toxic. And in my opinion, that's not cool. Like I remember one fan that, you know, had a whole, like, literally tattooed Corpse Husband's voice. Not literally his voice, but, like, what's that? You know how, like, in recordings it has, like, that weird, like, sound wave thing or whatever? That fan literally tattooed that on their arm. Like, when it comes to parasocial relationships, it's crazy. Especially when, oh, wrong weapon. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, crazy fans that only care about what you look like, it's just icky. That's the reason why I don't intend to show off my face or talk too much about my personal life. Yeah, sound waves. Like, that's the reason why I will never show off my face or talk too much about my own personal life, because at the end of the day, I don't want, you know, people to, you know, somehow find and dox me just because I don't want to show my face, or or because they don't like me for whatever reason. And that's what sucks about being a creator. You can be minding your business, be chill and whatnot, and people just hate you for no good reason. Like, for no good reason. And that's the reason, and that kind of leads me into, like, this is the last part I'm going to talk about when it comes to the drama stuff. But that kind of also leads me into this, into whenever, hold on, let's see. Maybe Legion. Oh, it's like a fly thing. Luckily, this enemy is weak to this electric ball thing, but I have to be careful because I can only shoot one on the screen. But luckily, as long as I manage to hit one of these things with it, they all get decimated. But the last thing we're going to talk about in terms of the drama stuff is that when it comes to, you know, haters and stuff like that, always trying to dox you or, like, you know, come up with fake stuff like that, that's the reason why when it comes to, like, for example, on Twitter, like, when it comes to Twitter and stuff like that, and I see, like, call-out posts and stuff like that, what drives me up the wall is that, and of course, I'm not defending anybody who's gotten, like, genuinely called out for, like, genuinely heinous stuff, but the one thing that I cannot stand is, like, in the threads of, like, the call-out post, there's always that one stupid meme where it's that guy who folds his arm in front of himself and he's wearing a suit, and it's like the meme where it's like, oh, when a creator that you don't like turns out to be a piece of crap, so you get validated or something like that. I hate that meme because it implies that you wanted that person to be shitty just to justify, you know, your hatred for them. And the thing is that you don't have to like every creator you come across. Like, you can not like a creator for valid or invalid reasons. So there's no problem with that. But the problem is, though, is that if you're actively hoping for somebody to be a crappy, oh, finally, homing missiles. That's actually one of my favorite things to use as Sophia, because some of these enemies really can, like, crawl under Sophia's, like, gun shot, whatever it is. But, that's weird. The signal coming from here is gone. Nothing to do except head for where this other signal is coming from. Anyways, hold on. I love homing missiles in any game. Anyways, back to what I was trying to say is that, like, it's like they wish that the you know, person that the entertainer that they don't like to be a terrible person, and depending on the situation, that makes it even worse, because, like, you'll see that meme on, like, you know, call out posts for someone being like a a pedo, or, you know, other stuff. You know, I don't want to get into it or whatever, because, you know, I don't want to, like, accidentally trigger people. But my point is that, you know, it's like, why do you want them to be this way just so you can validate your dislike of them? It's disgusting. Like, in my opinion, it's very disgusting. Because it's like, if you don't like someone, just don't like them proudly, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I think I gotta go down this way. Because if you don't like someone, it's fine. It's okay, even if they're a nice, you know, person. You're valid to not like someone for whatever reason. After all, everybody has their own specific, you know, tastes when it comes to entertainers. But actively waiting until the person is outed to be a terrible person just to be like, hey, I didn't like them, so haha, that kind of thing. Yeah. But that's enough about that. I'm not, because like I said, I'm not a person for drama. And when I say that, I mean that genuinely. Like, when I'm saying that, I don't mean that in terms of, like, you know, I'm not for drama, and then, you know, low-key is all about the drama. I'm not like that. But of course, when it comes to, you know, the more important stuff, like, oh, hold on, wrong gun. When it comes to the more important stuff, like, you know, politics and, you know, rights and whatnot, I am not afraid to speak my mind about that. Like I said before, this is a safe space for LGBTQ people. Basically, this is a safe space, period. Because I'm low-key forgetting the other terms for the other stuff, which, you know, is on me for forgetting. Like, I know what it is, it's just that my brain's refusing to work with me right now. But like, this is a safe space, meaning I am not the one for, you know, any sort of bigotry, phobia, or any sort of like that. And like I said before on my Blue Sky, my content ain't for the people who's like that. Like, if you have any sort of bigoted views, either educate yourself or, you know, don't watch my stuff, because it ain't for you. Hold on. Gotta be quick because this is like some sort of like poisoned water that fills up over time, so I gotta be quick. But yeah, that's how I'm like... Yeah, I don't like Twitter either, because it's become a complete cesspool, but the only reason why I still use it is because certain artists that I like to follow have not moved over to Blue Sky as of yet, so I kind of like keep tabs on them to like their art. So yeah, but I do mostly use Blue Sky. Like when it comes to Blue Sky, like when it comes to like updating my stream stuff like that, I moved completely to Blue Sky. But when it comes to like using Twitter, I only use it just to look at other artists and whatnot. Alright, so this next boss, it'll like pop out of these like puddles, and we'll try to shoot globs of what is it? Of the poison at you. As for what it's weak to, you would think that since, you know, there's multiple heads popping out, you would think that they are weak to the electric thing, but no. I don't think it's that. Hold on, let me see what they're actually weak to. Hold on. Nope, not fire. Obviously, they can't be weak to the shield because the shield does not really work for this situation. Maybe the machine gun? Nope. Is it a shotgun? There's no way they're weak to the shotgun, because I low-key hate the shotgun. Are you kidding me? They are weak to the shotgun. Like, depending on the game, I do like shotguns, but in this game, I hate it. That was close. Because I try not to get hit in this game until I get the specific upgrade that, like, keeps my gun levels up. But yeah, overall, I will say Blue Sky is better than Twitter, but not by much as of late. And the only reason why I say that is because, sadly, there's been some, you know, bullshit leaking onto Blue Sky. And same thing with the VTuber community, too. And like I said, on Blue Sky, you know, the fact that, you know, bigotry is already leaking and festering in the VTuber community is sad. Laser shot. A shot that pierced through terrain. But, yeah, that's weird. The signal coming from here is gone. Nothing to do except head for where this other signal's coming from. Anyways, yeah, it just sucks that, you know, bigots are gonna bigot. Like, it just sucks. Because, you know, the VTuber community, let alone any community, in my opinion, has no place for bigotry at all. Let's see, is it... Oh, wrong button. Wait, there's a mass blocking feature? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I've always been low-key lazy to block people, but that's only because I don't really try to get into drama on Twitter, let alone Blue Sky, because Twitter drama is so tiring to get into. Like, especially if you're arguing with someone, it is so tiring. Because not only are you arguing with one person, but other people can try to jump in and, like, be nosy. Okay, so it's not down here. Let's check over here. Nope. So that means that the signal's upwards. But yeah, I'll check out the mass blocking feature. But yeah, when it comes... But anyways, like, I don't want to, again, do that too much of this stuff. I hate the caterpillars. Thank you. I forgot what I was gonna say in terms of... Oh, right. In terms of Blaster Master Xero, because, you know, there's 3 games. It's a whole trilogy. And the trilogy, in my opinion, is really good. The music's really good. But if I had to say, which is my favorite, I have to say Xero 2. Because, like, the first game, it's a good stepping stone. And the third game, it's definitely a step above in terms of, like, the story. But in terms of the difficulty, woof. Which is why I think the second game is, like, the most balanced. While the first game is too easy. And also the music for the first game, it's a little bit more forgettable compared to the first, in terms of, like, comparing it to the second, to the other games, you know? Okay, so where is it? Is it over here? There's a list. People make that if you block it, you can automatically block everyone's... Oh, that's actually really cool. See, that's the reason why Blue Sky is goated compared to X. Not X, Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Sorry, I accidentally called Twitter by its icky name. Because, you know... Whoa, what was that? Was that a glitch? Hold on, I just experienced a glitch where I let go of the shoot button, but it was still charging until I pressed it. That was weird. Gotta love weird glitches like that. Anyways, yeah, that's the reason why I love Blue Sky more than Twitter, because, like, Blue Sky has way less drama and bigotry. But yeah, it has way less drama, bigotry, and all, and such, so I definitely love Blue Sky for that. Not to mention, it doesn't have a certain muskrat. What's the signal now? I don't know why, but this signal seems different from the one I've been following up till now. Now I'm all curious. I think I'll go have a look-see. But, yeah, when it comes to the 3 games, I will say that... Story-wise, third game is the best. Music-wise, second game is the best. Gameplay-wise, second game is also the best. Because in that game, in the second game, not only can you dash, but you also are able to counter enemies. And what I mean by counter, I mean, like, genuinely counter. And you'll see what I mean once I get to that game, the second game. But I'm not going to touch that second game immediately after this. Because I try to give, you know, space to each and every game type. The only exception to that was, what was it? What was the game that I played where I played the whole thing back to back to back? I forget. Oh, it was a Zero Striker Gumball. The only reason why I went to that game back to back is because of how short the games low-key are. Not to mention, I didn't play the third game yet. I only played the first and second game. There's a word for people who stream as either an avatar or their face sometimes. I think that's VTuber or PNG tuber, but I could be wrong. Because I'm still new to this stuff. I could probably ask Saf after I stream and answer that later. But overall, I'm not sure. Also, if you're wondering who was the producers / creators of Blaster Master Zero, it's Inti Creates. Basically the same people who who did the Mega Man Zero, ZX, and ZX Advent games on top of a Zero Striker Gumball. Which is why the music is this good, you know? Come on. Oh, it's a big circle. Hold on. Come on, come on. But yeah, it's, Inti Creates, like, I both love and hate their company. Not because of, like, typical company reasons, but I think because VTuber avatars are so fun, I wouldn't want to label myself as a VTuber because eventually I had to show your face. I mean, I know VTubers have eventually shown their face, like, not their full face, but they have, like, shown what they generally look like, I think, was it Cotton? I think it was Cotton, Numi, and a few others. Amity knows them better than I do. But yeah, they've shown their face. Not their full face, but they have shown their face. But personally, for me, But personally, I just don't want to show my face anytime soon, if at all. Hold on. But, yeah, when it comes to... Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I could... Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Okay, so I can't do shit there. But, when it comes to, Inti, I both love and hate them not because of, like, typical company shit. I both love and hate them because of, the stories that they do. And what I mean by that is, like, for some reason, for some godforsaken reason, and Saf won't be surprised when I talk about this, but for some godforsaken reason, they, Inti just for some reason have this weird, like, hard-on for, like, tragedies. And what I mean by that is that... Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's something up here. And what I mean by that, by them having a hard-on for tragedies is that if you played Mega Man Xero, the series, and also Gumball, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Because if you want to check out Gumball, well, I would say to check out my previous streams, but I'm pretty sure Twitch Thanos that too, if I remember correctly. But if you want to, know the general story of it, I can't really say because I haven't played the third game. But just know that when it comes to Mega Man Zero and Gumball, both those games are a tragedy. Like the way how they end is a tragedy in my opinion, and I hate it. But yeah, for whatever reason, Inti just loves tragedies. And it drives me up the wall because it's like, not everything has to be a tragedy. Like, I get that, Inti likes that stuff, but it's like, bleh. That was close. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Not everything has to be not everything has to be a tragedy in my opinion, but they have made some good endings depending on the game, but as for how many yet, I am not sure yet. I'll probably find out eventually, because I haven't played every single last Inti Creates game. Are you serious? Why would you put me out there like that? And you do it again! Why? That's a load of baloney. Like, no, that's not fair. Why would you pull me out like that? Ooh. Sheesh. The fact that the game just did me dirty like that, I hate that. But I guess Saf would remind me of that's what I get for being curious. Because in a lot of... Because, let's be real here, Metroid games, and let alone Metroidvanias, made me too curious for my own good when it comes to games. Like, if I see a beaten path, I'm gonna go for it. Even if it ends up killing me. Oh, no, nope, absolutely not. Nope. Oh, I thought it would be faster than that. I guess I panicked too early. Sheesh, how big is this map? Sheesh, it's big, alright. Alright, come on. Good. Ah! Yeah, that's what I get for being, that's what I get for, being so reckless. Resident Evil. Funny enough, that's actually one of the games that I intend to possibly play. Because, like, once, I'm pretty sure you've seen it in my, stream title thing. But once I hit 50 followers... Once I hit 50 followers, that's when I'll start doing horror games. But once I hit the 40 follower mark, I'm going to be doing a poll for which game I'm going to be playing. And one of the games is Resident Evil 4, funny enough. the other games that I wanted to check out was Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion and or Owl Oni. So depending on what, you know, everybody votes on, I may or may not do Resident Evil 4 or Owl Oni or Spooky Jump Scare Mansion. And admittedly, I'm already low-key dreading it because of, like, I've never been good with horror games. Never. Chilla's Art Games? What's that? I've never heard of that one. And besides, it depends. Besides, whatever game you recommend, it depends on if I'm able to do it on the Switch for right now. Because until I get another monitor, I'm only able to do Switch games for now. Oh, horror games? Gotcha. But yeah, for right now, I can't really do computer games just yet. Until I get another monitor to be able to keep track. I can play PC games, it's just that I try to keep track of, like, specific stats, like making sure the mic and stuff like that works. So I need another monitor for that, but once I do, that's when I'll start. As for when I'm going to get another monitor, I'm not sure. Maybe when I get paid soon, but I'm not sure yet. But until then, I'm kind of stuck on the Switch for right now. Which, you know, is not really too much of a big deal, but eventually I'll work on that part. But yeah, I've never been good with horror games at all. Like, just thinking of playing one of those games for real, like, gives me dread. Because, I always freeze up when it comes to horror games. Whoa, that's a huge mutant. The signal is coming here. The signal is coming from here too. No, there, not here. Blech. I guess I'm gonna have to fight. And the toxic vermin, and it is Crabulus. Now this boss is a little bit harder to fight because it will try to. It is weak to this shot. And it can get destroyed. Its little arms can get destroyed quickly by the ultimate gun. But it will start to try to shoot at you still. And then it'll grow the arms back. But as long as you destroy the arms before it can do anything, you're in the clear. But it will try to hit you with its arms. So you're really good. And this is what I'm talking about. The gun's final form is that broken. Well, it's not broken, but it's very powerful. Crusher Shot. This power-ups Sophia's main weapon. Now you can destroy a certain type of wall. What is a person doing here? Hey, I'm here to help. Are you alright? Damn it, come on, please, open your eyes. From the moment I held her in my arms, my blaster rifle began to emit this brilliant light. The light was getting bigger and bigger and totally enveloped us. One second, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Because I'm supposed to have like this auto mod that bans, that automatically bans like that person that just tried to post their like ad or whatever. So I don't know why it did not automatically ban that for whatever reason, so I gotta fix that later. And this is what I was just talking about earlier, is that for some reason, ever since I had to update my stream key for OBS, there's been like a lot of stuff that got reset on my end, and it's like annoying. Yeah, that's the thing. I used to have an auto mod that would automatically ban those bots, but for some reason it's not doing that. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm kind of like taking care of that. Give me a sec. I'm kind of doing something. There it goes. Yeah, I managed to ban them off of that, but I'm not sure why AutoMod did not do what it's supposed to do. Like, hold on, maybe if I check the AutoMod. Yeah, I'm not sure why AutoMod's not doing what it's supposed to do, but I'll have to get that checked later when I get it. Once I'm done with stuff. I hate that. Like, that annoys me to no end. Anyways, what the? What's going on? What? Thank goodness, you're awake. You can do it. Let's get you over to Sophia for now. Hang in there. Man, who is this girl? Seems like a signal came from her. My blaster rifle reacted to her. Somehow I think this girl and Sophia are connected. Who are you? How did I... Don't worry, everything's okay. When you're feeling up to it, I want to hear your story. Thank you for helping me. Could I ask you your name? Sure, I'm Jason Frudnick. You can call me Jason. I'm Eve. Got it. Don't mean to rush you, Eve, but there's a lot I need to ask you. I listened to her story, found out the reason why she's here, and learned she seems to have lost a lot of her memory. On top of that, when it comes to tuning and doing maintenance on Sophia, her skills blow mine out of the water. It's so strange though, I feel like I remember this sensation. And that's her story. I still feel like I have a lot more to learn about her though. Hey Jason, I'm finished tuning up Sophia. Thanks, Eve. By the way, now that you're back on your feet, what are you gonna do now? Well, if it's okay with you, do you think I'll be able to join you? You helped me so much back there. I want to return the favor. If you're using Sophia to find Fred, I think I could really help you out. I'm happy to hear that, but there's a good chance we're gonna have to fight some mutants. It'll be just as dangerous. No, probably even more dangerous than what happened here. I know, but if you're in danger, I might be able to save you too. She's absolutely right. I'm bound to run into things that I won't be able to do on my own going forward. If it was dangerous for her on her own, then I'm sure it'll be just as dangerous for me too. Going together is the way to do it. But I wonder why she's so eager to lend me a hand. I guess that's a no then? In that case, if you leave me, come on, don't say stuff like that. I want you to help me out. Oh, okay, you got it. Leave it to me. Looks like Fred's signal is coming from a different area now. I think it's the industrial area. Industrial area. Industrial area, huh? Okay, let's go check it out. One more thing. If you want to talk to me, choose the receiver icon from the subscreen. There's lots of stuff I'd love to talk about with you, so I'm here to chat anytime you want to talk. Yeah, she's not lying, by the way. If you go to the receiver... whoops. If you go to the receiver and turn it on, you can actually talk with Eve at any point in time, and she'll give you, like, different, like, helpful tips and whatnot. Laser shot. With this main weapon, you can hold down the shoot button to charge a shot, then release it to fire. While its attack power may not be higher, it does fire a laser that can pierce through walls and enemies. Also, its charge time is short and it consumes no SP, so go ahead and use it to your heart's content. See? It's basically helpful stuff like that. Oh, and by the way, the new gun thing that I got from Sophia, now it's rainbow and like big, meaning I can now destroy these like rock stuff. Ah, leave me alone. I can't stand these little caterpillars. Let's see. Okay, so I'm supposed to go down there. So I think I'm supposed to go all the way back to this other column area, then go down. Just trying not to accidentally jump into the poison water. It's either poison or acid, one of the two. And that's one thing that I've always found funny when it comes to video game tropes, is that the bad water is always purple. Or at least the bad liquids are always purple. Because, you know, it usually represents poison or acid. I mean, green does too, but not by much, though. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, so I think if I go down this way... Yeah, the Sophia tends to be a little bit slippery, which is why you kind of see me struggling, trying to, like, go back and forth like that. Wait, but what's back this way, though? That's the question. Hold on. I'm gonna be a little bit curious again. Huh. I don't think I've ever been to this part before. Ah! Cannot stand the caterpillars in this level at all. Aha! Well, not aha! Okay, so I managed to connect that. Wait, hold on. There's a little door area over there. How did I miss that? Oh, I'm just kind of opening up this little area. How did I miss that? Probably, I think it was probably because of the fact that I was following the signal for Fred. Okay, hopefully this has a map. Yep, I think this has a map. It has to be the map. Like, I was been supposed to get the map. But yeah, that's the one cool thing about Blaster Master, is that you can accidentally just skip over the map if you're not careful. Which is both a good and a bad thing in my opinion. Okay, so there's no map there. I will say this is one of my more favorite themes of Blaster Master. Like this specific theme right here. Ah! Finally! Oh right, I forgot. It's only gonna show me the little area. The one thing I don't like about the first game, which I got spoiled by the second and third game, is that whenever you get a map, you have to walk all the way back. Like, I'm not even joking. You have to walk all the way back. But luckily in the second and third games, you automatically get transferred out. As for why they don't do that in the first game, I don't know. They transfer you out automatically when it's a boss, but you know. But you know how it is. Alright, I forgot whenever you enter an area, it gets redone. Alright, so if I go this way, I should be able to get that other item, hopefully. Okay, yep, I am. As for further up, I don't think so, but I can still check. We'll see. As for what's this next item gonna be, I don't know, but we'll find out soon enough. Ah, great, it's another one of the... It's another one of the, poison water rising and falling levels, yay. If you couldn't tell, I am not a fan of it. Because it's like so much waiting. And if I'm too fast... Ah, are you serious? Right when I get the energy guard! That is perfect fucking timing. Basically, as it says, it prevents your gun level from dropping when taking damage. Guard disappears after one hit, but will regenerate again over time. Literally, as it states, if I get hit again, it'll, if I get hit, that little ring thing that's around my gun level will disappear, but I won't lose my gun level unless I get hit again while it's, not recharged. So it allows you to get hit some, but not much. Come on. Yeah, I am not a fan of this level at all. Because of all the, like... I've never been a fan of, like, poison lava levels. Not poison lava, because lava's already bad anyway. Oh my god. I cannot stand those little caterpillars. But as I was trying to say is that when it comes to levels like that, I cannot stand... Okay, so I can't even go up there yet. I cannot stand, the poison water levels, because that means you have to be more, you know, careful and whatnot, which, you know, is not something I'm pretty much a fan of. I've never been a fan of being careful like that. I only tend to be careful when I'm, like, low on health. Alright, time for the next level. Area 3. Jason, it looks like Fred's signal is coming from this vicinity. Is there any way we can get to a more specific location? Well, it looks like it can only receive the signal, not trace it. Sorry. This is the best I can do. Hey, it's not your fault. We'll just have to search for him. The old-fashioned way. Hang on a second. It looks like the systems here are still in operation. And have been on for a while. Let's stay on alert. Never know what might happen. Yep, basically this level is all about, like, treadmills and whatnot. And I do like the theme for this area. It's pretty nice. It's not my favorite, but it's nice. And sadly, there are spikes in this game, but luckily... Do I play on PlayStation? Yes and no. And what I mean by that is that, personally, I do own a PS3, while my roomies own a PS4 and 5, but I don't do playthroughs on those games yet. As for the PS3, I was thinking about eventually moving the PS3 from our living room into my room in order to do playthroughs on that. But as for the PS5 or PS4, that's theirs, so I don't want to, you know, deal with asking them. But I will be playing PC games, Steam games as well, so that already kind of mostly takes care of, like, some PlayStation style games. Because I know that some PlayStation games are also on Steam, so that kind of handles some of that problem. But if you're wondering if I'm ever gonna get PS4 and 5, no. Especially while I'm, you know, living with my roomies, it just makes no sense for me to get a PS5 and a PS4 for myself. At least for right now, it just makes no sense for me to do that. one could say that, you know, I could easily get it for myself to, you know, play it on my own personal time, which is true. But at the same time, it just makes no sense since, you know, we all kind of like borrow each other's like games and stuff like that. So, okay, so there was nothing here. It was just kind of a little waste. But yeah, I do have a PlayStation Network in general. It's just that, like I said, I mostly use that to... Like I said, I just mostly just borrow the PS5 and 4 whenever, like, they let me play, like, games. Like, right now, I have to get back into it, but a while back I was playing Miles Morales for the first time, so yeah. Besides, if anything, I'm more so of a Nintendo kind of guy, even though I have grown up more so with both Nintendo and Sony. Okay, so I can't do anything there just yet, because that requires a specific upgrade that I don't have yet. But I will say when it comes to, like, not the centerpieces, but, like, the, I guess the interactive stuff that I do in this game, like, right here, I do find the idea pretty cool. But I will also say that it is a smidge finicky as well. Like, I did try to press down just a minute ago and it just would not let me because I wasn't exactly on there. Okay, so am I supposed to go up or down? We'll see in a second. Okay, I wonder if I'm supposed to do anything right here. Gotta wait for this to be an elevator and boom. Hopefully this is the map room. Oh! Hold on. Well, I can't do anything in here just yet. Give me a sec. Can't do anything in there because it's too dark, and that requires for me to get a specific upgrade that I don't have yet either. So, can't go in there yet. Oh, so I can't even do anything over there just yet either. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way? Like I said, it's been like a few years since I last played this specific game, so there's a lot of stuff I don't remember. I mean, I remember how to get 100%. That won't... I can't forget that. I mean, I will be getting 100% on this game, by the way. Just pointing that out there. Because, like, 100% is fairly easy with this game. Sorry, I kind of got greedy with that. Just a little bit more. Oh, that was close. Okay, so there's nothing up there. Oh, but I see that. Hold on. And boom, got another health up. Okay, hopefully this is the map room, but we'll see in a second. Yeah, I did kind of take that risk since I was going to get hit, but it's fine. Oh, nope. And this is what I was talking about where I wish I had a dash, because that could have allowed me to dash back this way faster, so... Especially if this part makes me have to go, like, all the way back again. Which I'm not sure yet. We'll see in a second. Wait, did I miss the map? Hold on. There's no way I missed a map, because the map should be sitting out in the open, unless it's just another one of those, like, haha, you wasted your time kind of situations. Hold on. Oh boy, I think this is one of those, areas. We're about to find out. Yep, it was another waste of time. Some dungeons are just like that. Much to my chagrin. Which is why I try to find them at first, usually. Oh, I tried. Couldn't make that jump. Hover pack, and now I got the hover pack, so now I can go up to higher places now by hovering. Looks like Sophia will be able to hover now thanks to this chip. Press the jump button in midair to stay airborne, but make sure you keep an eye on your SP. That's awesome. But what was a chip doing in a place like this? What the? Jason, look up. Damn. What is that gear? It's freaking huge. I know it sounds crazy, but it looks like that's a mutant. Crap, did that thing lure us in here by using that chip as bait? Watch out, Jason. Here it comes. Yeah, some bosses you have to fight in car mode, so. As for if it has weakness, that part is like unknown. Oh! Whoa! Yeah, basically, this guy's like pattern is generally simple, but the main thing you want to watch out for is the main thing you want to watch out for is its laser that it shoots out, and it's weak to its eye, where you can't really hit anything but its eye. Is he gonna? Yep. Yeah, when it zaps like that, that means he's gonna try to charge up that shot like that. Whoa! Yep, I knew it. Then it does that weird, like, turn thing to where it'll zoom in on where you are in order to do a quick zap at you. And I think it's, yep, it's about to do it. Yep. And I think it does it twice, I think. And boom. Phew, made it out alive. Can't believe that thing was a mutant. Yeah, I was surprised too, but I truly believe that you could defeat that thing. That was all thanks to your support, Eve. You're welcome. Hey, Fred's signal's disappearing. What's going on? Can't get a read on his signal? Yeah, I got nothing now. Sorry, if I would have kept an eye, don't sweat it. If you find it again, let me know. Okay, so with the hover, I believe, now I can cross this gap first. And I think that also this is one of the times where I love it when a game does a show and not tell kind of situation. Where we're showing you kind of how to, like, do that. Now I hate this part because, like, of how slow Jason crawls. I've always hated that. Okay, so hopefully this is where we get the map. Hopefully. Also, the red variants are the ones of the little green dudes are, like, faster and are quicker to shoot. But like I said before, red or green, don't let them anywhere near the little enemies with the eyeball. Trust me, y'all don't want to do that. Because if they get close enough, the eyeball thing will open its mouth and literally grab the thing, eat it, and then do that shooting thing that I told you about. Just gotta be careful. Good. Yep, and this is why I love this weapon so much, is because it's so versatile. It's very, like, quick to use. And like I said before, every enemy and boss is weak to it. Well, they get easily stunned by it is what I mean. Okay, this has to be the map area.
Snooky wants smoosh smoosh.
Saf, no! Absolutely not. Now, if I remember correctly, this specific enemy is weak, very weak to the electric shot, but I could be wrong, but we'll see. Photophage is its name. Now, what it likes to do is that it'll pop up, move to a specific place, and then shoot lasers at you. Ah! God damn it! I gotta remind myself to lower the volume on that, because I can't keep getting jump scared by that. God damn it. Ah! Every time. At least try to lower the volume of it so I don't get jump scared every time. And there I go, I immediately get hit. Yeah, this thing is like weak as fuck. Hardy har. No need to laugh. Yeah, like I said before, this thing is absolutely fucking weak to the electric bolt. Once it gets hit by it, it just immediately is just like, nope. And boom. Okay, that time I didn't get scared by it this time. It was still fairly loud, but not as loud as before. A jump button. A jump boost. Basically, it's a double jump. And I prefer the double jump over the hover. Like, the hover is just eh to me. And I'd rather just deal with the double jump. So I'll immediately be fixing that. Hold on. That was very loud, but luckily I didn't get scared. Ah! There it goes. Also, Saf, you're gonna be upset, but I forgot to put the nut button on the thing again. But don't worry, I intend to get put that on there, especially since I have to Especially because I have to fix OBS because remember when we had to like reset OBS, it apparently took off.
Penis, 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 penis balls.
Wow, you must really like penis. But like I was trying to say is that for some reason, when we had to like reset OBS and when we had to reset OBS and what was it? Damn, I'm forgetting. It was resetting OBS and my stream thing. It somehow took off auto mod. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, auto mod did not, you know, like come on at all for whatever reason. So it's like, bruh. Gotta love how technology tends to hate me sometimes. Okay, this time I go down. Wait. There was something down there? Hold on. Why does it look like... Oh, it's probably just the way how the map is designed. I swear, if that's where the map is, I'm gonna be so annoyed. This better not be where the map is. It better not be. Wait, no, there's a boss head on it, so I don't think it's a, it has a boss head on it, so I don't think that it's a, map room. Just gotta shoot this so I can like squeeze through and not get hit. Yeah, I really hate the treadmills in this as in the first game because, like I said before, the first game really makes it obnoxious. Like going forward is fine. It's just that when you're trying to go backwards is a pain. Oh, good, I went the right way because last time I didn't. Oh, I recognize this. The lasers. Okay, so it's weak to that. Good. This will be easy. I just have to sit back, count, wait for like at least 4 to come on, then shoot. And what these guys do is that if you go in their line of sight, like right in front of them, they'll try to shoot you automatically. That's the reason why you see me standing to the side. Oh, are you serious? Flash bomb, a bright light. Ah, so I can finally go into that other spot that was in the dark. Also, chat, if you were wondering if I'm going to be playing the DLC, no. The only reason why is because it's literally the same thing. Like, there's no story behind the DLC exactly. Also, the characters generally play the same with, like, Gumbolt. Because the DLC, I think, is Gumbolt, Shantae, and Shovel Knight. And they all play, like, generally the same. No, but not really. Actually, that's a lie. They don't play exactly the same. Oh, right. They don't play exactly the same, but... It's just that the fact that the story is exactly... They're like, there's no story, and I've already played the DLC, so it's like, I really have no desire to do the DLC. Now I can use the, basically this is like a flash grenade. And it's good for stunning enemies. It's very good for stunning enemies no matter what weapon you got. Oh no, hold on. I got a bad feeling. Yeah, I think this was a show... Oh! This was a show, like, if that green little thing went closer to this guy right here, it would have beaten him. Who knows, maybe eventually it'll be shown. Okay, so no map this way. So it's probably in the other area. Ah, I didn't even see that. Aha! Finally! Finally, I can see everything. But yeah, also I like how this enemy doesn't do anything to you directly unless you hit them first. Like, they'll just watch you. The only time when they actively hit you, try to, like, attack you, even if you don't do anything, is when they eat that, like, enemy. For some reason, that enemy just makes them evolve, and they, like, change however they fight. Like, that red one will, like, shoot, like, these circular lasers, laser arrows, while the green one will, like... While the green one will shoot, like a spread shot at you. But once they eat those little green, enemies, that's when they switch up and change their, attack patterns. Like, they'll discard their shell by either, depending on the color, they'll either, like, come out as, like, multiple flies that are, like, hard to, like, dodge, or they'll, or it'll come out as, like, some sort of, like, spinny shuriken of death. Okay, I see where we gotta go. That means if we have to go back this way, then that means with the jump stuff, I can finally do some other things that need to be done. Technically, the jump does take quite a bit of SP, but I prefer this over, you know, the hover, because the hover always felt a bit unruly. It's, like, not unruly, but like, what's the best way to put it? Loose, slidey, you know. Now with a double jump, I feel like I have more control over, like, Sophia's, like, movement trajectory. That's, like, the best way to put it. Okay, so it means we just gotta go straight this way. And I think I know where they're trying to make us go. But of course, we'll be going for that next, item. Gotta make sure to get up to the tip top. Nope, leave me alone. Oh, wrong way. Now we're finally getting somewhere. Nope! Can't stand these little things. I just need to do a little bit of platforming. Yep, now we have 3 extra health. So far, so good. And of course, more health just means, you know, more chances to stay alive. there. Can't stand these caterpillar things. Hold on, my eyes are getting itchy. Give me a sec, chat. Yep, we have to go all the way back to the very beginning of where we started, but we have to go basically past that. As for why? Good question. But since we already took care of everything down here, there's not much we gotta really worry about. Also, one little attention to detail I like is that in dark areas, they'll have the light on, but once I move out of that, the light will come off, meaning, you know, it's just saying that we're in, like, bright enough area where we don't really need the light. See? Eventually, in my spare time, I do want to give Blaster Master another try, but the thing is like I said before, is that that game is like very like difficult low-key. Because like Blaster Master Xero has quality of life changes. I believe this is actually where we have to go to, like, the sewer area, I think. At least I think so. Yep, sewer area. Oh, hey Jason. I found Fred's signal again. Excellent. Where's it coming from? Let's see. Seems like it's pretty far away. Looks like it's the glacier area. Okay, let's make our way over there. Yeah, but in order to get to the glacier area, we have to go through this, we have to basically go through this sewer area. This is where, like, the mutants become, like, I guess, visibly different. Excuse me. But I will say it's a pretty good theme for, like, the sewer area. I'm just waiting for his... Well, we need a key, and we clearly don't have one, so gotta go back. But I will say, though, that the colors in this area are really nice. Like I really like the vibrant colors of, like, the pipes and whatnot. Yeah, I've always hated these guys because they will, like, walk up to you and, like, straight up try to hit you. Not even hit you. Like, they'll straight up try to touch you. As for what they are, I'm not sure. I just know that they're they're still technically underneath the whole mutant thing. Also, this is technically, it's not the full water level, but there are some water type elements. Like, you would think that the sewer level would be the water level, but surprisingly, no. But there is a designated water level. That'll be like way later. That'll be like later in the game, though. Are you serious? Another waste. Ah. Well, it's not like I'm trying to like speed run this game. It's just that, you know, since I know quite a bit about this game, it's like bleh. Damn it! I was trying to avoid that. Yeah, this is also where like these bee mutants are like the most prevalent. Well, in this specific area at least. But now we're getting into the real sewer-ish areas. Also, I love like the color of the water here, because while it's not like poison looking, it still looks fairly grimy is the best way to like describe it. Okay, hopefully this is the map area. But we'll find out. But yeah, these guys are low-key good at pathfinding depending on, like, the, I guess, where they're walking and whatnot. Just give me a sec, scratching at my back. Alright, I hate this. Basically, this is oh! Damn it! Thought I was being smart. Basically, this is introducing, like, once the screen shakes, like that, then there's a whole gush of water that'll flow, hitting you against the wall, making you get hurt, or you can fall into the water there. And trust me, this won't be the only area that does that. Also, whenever you hit an enemy with this gun and they get stunned, but you don't kill them quickly enough, they will get unstunned, and then it'll take like a long while for them to get re-stunned. I'm guessing that's what prevents it from being the weapon from being like too OP. Because it is powerful, but I won't say that it's OP though. I believe, yep. But as long as you like pressure yourself against the wall, any sort of wall, it won't like, you know, hit you. Just watch out for when the screen does like that small shake, or at least like feel when your controller starts to vibrate at least once before doing it. Which it will do. Like, it's a very light vibration when it's doing that warning, and then it comes, and then your controller's like vibrating a lot. Okay, still nothing. I just have to go down. Yeah, I'm starting to get the vibe that this is a boss and not a This is a boss area, not like a map area. Yep, it's a boss fight. As for which one it is, I cannot remember, but we'll find out. Tad roll snack time. Ah, it's just these little babies. Okay, so they're weak to this. I love the little sound that they make when they're trying to like jump towards you, though. It's really cute. See, this is why I love this electric weapon, because it's actually pretty good for what it does, even if it's like one shot only on screen. Maximum shot off. Shot that fires a wire beam. Hold the shoot button to charge it, then release the fire. But I believe that costs SP, if I remember correctly. Shot that fires a wide beam. Hold the shoot button to charge, then release to fire. I'm surprised it's not saying that it costs SP, but it does. Watch. See? I'm guessing Eve will probably tell you that if you talk to her again after getting it, so... Okay, just have to basically take note of where I am without the map for right now. Get some healing. Absolutely need that right now. Because the one thing I will say is that you don't want to underestimate. Oh, already been to this area. Don't underestimate the damage that these enemies can give you, because it will add up very fast. Yeah, I emptied that out to make it easier for me to kind of go around this bottom little area. I'll try to go right, because I will have to go up anyways. Yep, also this is where it shows that, you know, enemies are stronger. Like, see, that enemy took 2 hits to kill this time around, instead of the usual 1. Ah, crap, I ended up wasting that. Got something over here. Oh, need another key. Yeah, boy. Oop. guessing that there's another vent around here that I need to hit. Yep, figured. And there's an item down there. Hopefully that's a map, but we'll see. Okay, I just need to go down this way. Alright, just need to go upwards. Oh! Hold on. This might actually be it. But we'll see. I mean, it's not a map, but I'll take it. So now we just need 4 more and we're good in terms of health pickups. Hold on. I was kind of hoping it'd be the map, but... Love this game, but at the same time, man, comparing it to the second and third game, some things definitely aged like milk in that, and one of the things that I will admit to is Jason's running speed. It absolutely aged like milk. So where is this crazy little maze taking me to? Absolutely needed that healing. Oh boy, it's a boss. We got a huge mutant here. Maybe it's my imagination, but I can't help but think that it kind of looks like Fred. Funny enough, that's actually a reference to the original game, where you did fight like a giant frog that looked like Fred, or it was Fred in the original. Not sure which was which. Ew, this thing is nasty. So slimy. Eve, I totally get what you're saying, but let's focus here. Ugh, right, here we go. I believe it's called Ribby Roll. Yep. As for how this enemy works, can't remember other than it being difficult. It'll try to hop on you, spit out these like little bubbles at you, hop like what, multiple times at you, then do like a big old hop where it tries to slam rocks at you. And my guess is that it'll try to eat the enemies. But I think as long as you destroy most of them, you're good. Yeah, I think the enemies call them to get eaten. Luckily, you can use the enemies to get more health. Yeah, it's low-key. Oop, and you have to jump because it will try to bite you. Not bite you, but you know that. Yeah, its little jumps are hard to avoid. Like, it will get multiple hits off of you. No! Yeah, I was not in the mood to have to redo that fight, because I have not died yet. Alright, got our first key. Looks like this is the security program that opens the shutters in the waterworks area. Right on. Looks like we'll be able to remove the security and pry some more shutters open. Yep, I'll install the security program into your blaster rifle. You don't even have to exit Sophia. Just get close to the shutters and you'll be able to crack the security. However, if Sophia can't get close to a lock, you'll have to access them on foot to get them open. Got it. Thank you. After all this, how are things going in the glacier area? Hang on just a sec. Looks like there's even more of them now than there was before. Besides, Fred's signal still hasn't moved. But those mutants gathering, there's a chance they might be after something. Let's go over there as quickly as we can. Also, I will say, I love when you transition the background for like right here and for the floor right here and for like this top area right here moves. I love that. Like, that is super nice. Hopefully there's some healing down here. Nope. Gotta love that. Literally, I am 2 hits away from, like, straight up dying. Come on. Yeah, traversing as Sophia can be a little bit frustrating sometimes. Can I please get some healing already? Okay, so there seems to be another water thing that I'm missing. Hold on, chat, I'm about to sneeze. Give me a sec. Never mind. It did. My nose did those things where it's like, where it builds up to sneeze and then it's just like, nah, you don't gotta sneeze. Always hated that. Where like, you know you're about to sneeze, but your body's just like, nah, you don't gotta sneeze. Still no healing. Come on. Also, jumping doesn't really speed it up. It probably does, like, very, like, in a very, like, low way. But from the way how it feels, that's probably not the case. But who knows? I'm not a speedrunner. Still no healing. Can I please get some healing? Well, one is fine. I just need to go here. Okay, so another boss is over here. Oh boy. See what I meant? I know it wasn't it. It wasn't the end of it. This time there was no shake at all. Yeah, there's no shake, but you can still feel the controller vibrating before that happens, so you do have some time to make it onto the platform before it happens. But you have to be very quick. Like, usually whenever I first emerge out back into here, I usually like to wait for that first wave to, like, come and go. And it'll always, like, deposit, like, those little, eggs. The orange eggs. Oh, crap, I feel it. Depending on which way you go, you can actually speed up the process by kind of going back and forth between specific areas. And now that you're close to the edge of it, that's when you'll see that shake. So it'll only happen if you're not close enough to the edge. Oh, I saw that. That was a quick shake. Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster. But yeah, this whole gist is basically you going back and forth between these, like, room edges, and then you kind of have to pass through, like, the outer edges in order to, make it through. Huh, that time it didn't shake. That's weird. It should have. There it goes. I don't know why I didn't do that shake that one time. I believe also this is where the game kind of pulls you a little bit, but we'll see. Damn it! Well, luckily it doesn't start you from the very beginning like most games do, so it's fine. But it still is fairly annoying. Alright, boss time. Because as long as you heal yourself before touching the save point will save that you know, updated, like, health pool. Oh, it's this boss. Yeah, this boss is... the Sparge Salamander is fairly easy to get down pat. It'll try to, you know, use its tongue at you, but it'll also try to dodge into you. But luckily, it's very weak to the... Yeah, that's what it'll do. It'll try to charge into you and also kind of use its tongue at you. But luckily, it's very weak to the to this gun, so it's not too much of a big deal. But if you don't have it, you definitely gotta watch out, though. Spark Tackle, a sub-weapon that unleashes a high-speed tackle attack in the direction Sophia is facing. Gotcha. So I think I'm supposed to go up to the upper right area right here, like to the upper right of where I am currently, to go through that first set of shutters, then go to that door that's on the left that's not, you know, filled in. Got some healing out of that. Okay, so I just gotta go up another... there. How am I missing the bug? There it goes. Okay, just one more. That's one set of shutters. Hold on, got a scratch on my ear. I just need to go down to that little door area on the bottom, not bottom left, but like the lower left. I believe I can go down to it going this way. Right here. You're real funny if this is where the map has been the whole time. Also, in order to speed up the climbing, if you like mash the B button while holding up, that's how you can quickly climb up. Also, there will be a part where the game will try to make you do a leap of faith, or at least it's the second game that does that. Luckily, they did update that to not do that, but I remember doing it before they did the update. It was very brutal. Ah, great, even more water levels. Okay, so as long as you push yourself against, like, any sort of, like, wall, you won't get hurt. Like, yeah, you'll do the animation, but you won't actively get hurt. So it's like, as long as you don't, you're not just, like, standing in the middle. Like, right here. I'm in the clear. But it's not over yet. As for why Jason takes damage whenever this happens, my guess is that the current is so strong that it's just like, it just straight up slams him, you know? With the way how his, like, you know, animation looks, it makes sense. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet, much to my chagrin. Yeah, while I love this game, there's just specific parts that I'm just like bleh. And this is definitely that part for me. I mean, the ice level is just as annoying, but not more annoying than this. Because this is just more of like a game of like waiting. So it definitely gets annoying very quickly. Sadly, when you exit the room, it doesn't reset the water like that. Finally, but I gotta walk. Oh, whoops. But of course, I gotta walk all the way back. It's one of the reasons why I like having the quality of life change, where from the second game onwards, even once you collect the map, you can go, you get booted outside of the map. I mean, not the map, right back at the outside of the dungeon, instead of having to walk all the way back. Crap, and yep. It's fine, I already took damage, it's fine. Yeah, but we're not done. And there's like a whole section I missed, but there's no other items there. Yeah, see, even like the little tadpoles get destroyed by the power of the current. I mean, one could say that that's how weak they are, but on the other hand, I don't think that's the case. Ooh, that was close. I finally got the map. Yeah, luckily Jason won't take fall damage from when he's in the water. Okay, so that means, so we just have to go upwards to that area where that first key was. Which is fairly easy to do. Oh, come on. The fact that the bee managed to snipe me like that. Yeah, I was about to say, I better not, you know, evade only to end up getting still hit. done with this area. Because like I said before, even though I like the coloration and music, it's not my favorite when it comes to like maneuvering and whatnot. I just need to go through here and go straight. Oh, now they want to be generous with the health drops. You see what I mean? Now they really want to be generous with it, but just earlier they weren't being that generous with it. Yeah, and there's a reason why they put a save button here. You'll see what I mean. Because they want you to do a leap of faith right here. See? They want you to do a whole leap of faith right there. They never, like, fix this specific part. And no, you can't swim over. Oh. Whoops. See what I mean? When Jason's outside of his thing, he really is a... weak on the knees. Luckily in the second game onwards he gets like glide boots or whatever. Ooh, that was close. Luckily he gets glide boots, so once that happens, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, fall damage. But yeah, it doesn't matter how high it is, he can take little damage to like major damage, and it's super annoying. As for why Jason is so weak-kneed, I don't know. All I know is that the game just wanted it to make it harder just by, you know, adding in a ridiculous amount of like fall damage. Looks like from here on out is some man-made sea. This is gonna suck. Sophia doesn't have much underwater mobility, so getting through this is looking pretty impossible. Eve, can you check to see if there's anything in this area that could help with Sophia's underwater mobility problem? Yep, already on it. Just give me another sec here. Got it. Looks like I'm getting a signal from a chip that seems like it could help with getting Sophia through the sea. The chip is in the sea, though. I guess I'll have to dive in there and go fetch it out myself. The waters can get really rough, so please be careful. Yeah, so technically speaking, Jason can swim faster than Sophia, but you're better off just going deep in Sophia. Also, I love how you get lower, the screen gets darker, and then that's when the light bulb like the car's light comes on. Like right now it's not on, but it's about to, and I love that. Like, hold on. Boom. Yeah, see, Jason's a lot quicker at swimming than Sophia is, and I believe, well, obviously there's not going to be no map in here yet. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, the water level area. But that's mostly because of the outside, not because of, like, this inside dungeon right here. I love, like, the waterish look on the top area. Where it looks like, you know, water's on top of you. But also I love the shadows of, like, the fish swimming. Also, I'm pretty sure that that's boiling oil. Like, when I had the game on the 3DS, there clearly was not, you know, it wasn't big enough to show that much detail. So I used to think that this was a pit. But apparently, it's something boiling. As for what it is, I have no clue. Yeah, I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's just boiling a ton. Yeah, as for what boss here, not sure, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, and after this level is when I'm gonna have to end stream early, because even though I ate, I feel like I'm like starving all over again, which, you know, is annoying me. Cause like, well, normally I eat at 4, but I had to eat at like 1 because I had to take care of some stuff, so I probably should have eaten again at 4, which I technically did. I had a ice cream pop, but clearly that wasn't enough. Yeah, my stomach is like complaining a lot. Also, I love how this fish is swimming in this circle. Also, the ambush room is just these guys, which again, I cannot stand these guys. Damn it, I got hit. Luckily, these guys are fairly stupid, so it's not, you know, too much of an issue. As long as you know what you're doing, which I technically do, is just that, you know, I can sometimes be an idiot. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna... Hold on. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me for stream, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow at the usual time. And of course, as for those you know, who's waiting for me to like take care of this and with moving it over to YouTube, that will be done in time. Obviously, it's gonna be done, you know, before the weekend is up, but you know, it'll be done. But yeah, thanks again for stopping for the stream, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. See ya.